Well, you guys have heard it already. We hit triple digits today. Oof, the heat played a big role this week in keeping the tropical weather away. That's the only part that we have to be happy about. News 19 meteorologist Corey Smith explains why this unique weather we are seeing is something different. Take a look.
Well, it is sure hot outside, not only here in the Midlands, but across a good portion of the country. You can see heat watches and warnings for a good chunk of the United States this afternoon. That pattern doesn't look to change. It's a pattern we actually like to call the Ring of Fire. So let's talk about what that is and why we've been quiet in the tropics because of it. Heat, well, that's really not missing right now in the central U.S. where temperatures are pushing the triple digits, and including here in the Midlands where we're getting close to 100 a couple of days this week. This high pressure redirects rain around it. So this is the Weather Prediction Center forecast for the next 3 days. Notice inside of that high, including here in the Carolinas, there is absolutely zero rain forecast to fall. Around it, though, a little bit of a different story. This is why we call this pattern the Ring of Fire. We see storm systems traveling around this high pressure. And as we see that, well, we can see some cooling rains on the fringes of this system, but for those of us in the center, it remains dry. This also keeps away tropical weather, though. We're seeing this right now with Tropical Storm Harold that made landfall along the Texas coast earlier this morning. High pressure over the central U.S. pretty much acts as a wall for these tropical systems, either redirecting them down towards the south or back out to sea. And that's why we've been very active over the last couple days, but haven't seen any impacts here across the East Coast. Over the next couple of days, like we mentioned, this pattern is not moving anywhere. This ridge, this circle that you see right here, is going to start to push off towards the west, and as it does so, our temperatures do relax back into the low 90s, even some 80s as you get into the beginning of next week. And that's a trend we're watching. The Climate Prediction Center is actually expecting some cooler than average weather as we go throughout the next couple of weeks. Of course, we have to get through the heat this week, and that's going to continue through the end of the month. It looks like temperatures are going to be at least running in the cooler side, maybe some 80s back in the forecast. From the City of News 19, meteorologist Corey Smith.